Bonjour, Poison. Ça va? Je m'appelle James. Or African name Yao Akpochi. Oyonambe Yao. Here is my father's car. Very nice. When I first come to live here, I see this English welcome. In Togolese, Eve, it means Maison. Here is where the guests come and they sit and they take this out from my mama who makes it. This is the front room. This is my papa, Mr. Akpochi. Say hello, papa.
Salut.
This is my supervisor, Essie. She works with me Monday to Friday in YMCA. This is Pascaline, former ICS volunteer. Last phenome was called James, which is a very good name. So the TV I watch, sometimes I watch the football with my family. We watch African Cup of Nations when I arrive. We all try and support Togo, but Togo lose. Okay, so it's very sunny in Togo, so we put our clothes up on the roof, and now I'm looking to see if they are dry. I have many clothes. Before I put my clothes on the line, I have to count. 1, 2, 3, Écoutons, nous, trois. Because if one is lost, there is a thief. Okay, so some are dry. So this one is dry. This one also. This one too. This one is not good. Not good. So I wash down there. I take up the steps. So washing is a new thing for me. In UK we have washing machine, but here you must wash your clothes like this. So my papa tell me your neck sweat and armpits, and you wash like this in a bucket. If you want, I can show you. Okay, so this is one of my dirty shirts. Living in the hot weather, you can get very dirty. So what you do is, when you want to wash your clothes, you need maybe 1, 2 or 3 buckets. It depends how much you need to wash. So I put it in the water like this, and then I add the Omo, which is like soap. And you turn it over. Okay. When you want to wash the shirt, you need to start with the neck. You take the neck and you go like this. Make sure you use the water and the soap. Okay, after that is clean, you take the armpit part, you do the same. It's like exercise in the morning. After, your arms will be very strong. After, you must look to see for dirty areas, and you so like this, maybe more omo. More soap. And you do the process again. If it is clean, you take the shirt. I do this very quickly, so it's not very clean. But when you finish, you hold like this and you rinse. To get all the water out. After, you put it in the second bucket. You do the same. Take the armpits, just so it's very clean. Otherwise, if you wear it again, it won't be properly clean. Oh, it's hard work, Sylvan. After this, if you have many clothes, you put it in another bucket and you leave to rinse. And the water should get very dirty. When you finish, you take the clothes, you rinse again, and then you place it in a bucket like this. You take the bucket, you walk towards the sun up there, put your clothes on the line. Hello, or bonjour, or au revoir. My name's James, and I live in Plymouth in the UK. I'm 19 years old, although apparently I look older. And I'm living in Togo, and it's been an awesome experience so far. So for example, the food in Togo is different. I signed up for ICS in August. I wanted to challenge myself. After I finished school, I wanted to travel and to take a gap year. ICS is a fantastic opportunity. You get to meet loads of different people, different characters, and make strong friendships. Why Togo? For me, Togo I like because the weather is always hot and sunny, and I love the sun. Everybody is friendly. If you walk down the road, everyone say bonsoir or wazon, which means good evening and welcome. It's a very good atmosphere to live in. But for me, the best thing about Togo is everybody loves football. As you can see, I'm going to play football later with my Togolese friends. YMCA-TOGO is a very fantastic place. We have our restaurant, we have offices where we can sit and discuss. Togo schools are also very exciting. You would be very surprised at the way these schools look. They don't have windows. They have small square gaps in the wall where the air comes through, and it's a bit like 1980s or 1970s Britain, where you use the chalk
to write in the lesson. My biggest lesson in Togo was with 80, 90 children in a school called Après. I loved it very much. When I see the students in Après, they all say, bonsoir, Taton James. So our challenge in schools, prisons and apprentice centres is to teach about English and health. I think health is a priority over English because the Togolese, some have good English but not so good health. So me and my binôme is called Sibi. We're like, well, no, sorry, I work as a trinôme. I have 2 binômes, and we go to teach these different things. We also teach entrepreneurship, which is like business, so how to make a bracelet or shampoo. And in English we try to have fun as well, so we try to do songs and dance so the children can remember. It's very exciting. It's not too difficult when you're in there. When you're in the lesson, you kind of excel, but before, planning can sometimes be different because you both speak a different language. But after the lesson, it's good because we can go for one for the road. When you work in any place, there are always challenges. I think the biggest challenge is language. Fortunately, in my trinôme, my Togolese counterparts speak good English. My French is comme ci comme ça. So sometimes we find it tough in a lesson. In health, for example, it has to be taught in French because the information won't be given to the students clearly enough if I try, because they don't all understand English. And if this does not happen, they won't learn what we are trying to say. The way we dealt with this was perhaps sometimes I would sit with the children in the class. So if I'm paying attention and they're paying attention. I also think I sometimes can do animation with them to keep them interested. Because I am Yevo, which is white person, they are interested and fascinated in what we have to say. So I think that can solve problems in lessons. Another challenge might be time. So if, for example, on Tuesday I have 3 lessons in the morning, so I finish at 9, I travel for 10 and then for 12. You have to keep your energy up and work hard, and sometimes you need to say to your trinôme, come on, let's do this, we can do it. So maybe motivation, if you are tired and it is hot, that can be a challenge. But at the end of the day, when you beat your challenge, it always feels good. So we are heading into the last few weeks of my cohort, and I think I have changed in many ways. Firstly, I've learned more languages living out here, which I think is a really great thing. I also think I've learned more about myself and become more confident because I can speak to people I've never met before who live thousands of miles away in a very different environment. I believe I can take this back to the UK and use in my everyday life, so I can speak to new people without any trouble, because I know I can speak to people in Africa with no trouble. I also think if you want to change the world, this is a fantastic opportunity. One of the most amazing things for me is working with students and children. Sometimes I will be walking in Togo, Lomé, and someone will go, "Ah, Taton James," which means Mr. James. And that for me is fantastic, because it's like they remember me and they won't forget me from where and my influence and what I've given to them. I think you should do ICS to better yourself and to change the world, and after you will become a better person and a stronger person for it. So I'm eating my food because I'm hungry, and because it's time to eat. So at 12 o'clock every day I have food. This food is, as my papa says, is for Yevo, which means white person. So this is like, in England we call it stew, and it's very nice, keeps me nice and strong. So yeah, just going to eat my food. The food is very, very good. My mama is The food is very, very good. My mama is a good cook. When I come to Africa, I was worried about the food, but now, after 2 months, it is very, very good.